Shalom Aleichem, peace be to you, Salam Alaikum. I've been involved with quite a lot today, dealing with the aftermath of last night. And Iftikhar and your family, I'm really glad you're all well. There are many of us who know people who've been through tragedy, through attacks, know people who've been killed through violence. I think as well as having been involved with the Faith Network for Manchester with all sorts of things today, and knowing that we as members of faith communities stand up together to be heard, to be counted, to say, not in our name. Acts like this cannot be in our name, are not and never will be. That we do stand together, that we are people with very, very similar, if not identical, ideals and values and hopes. That we do want to reach out across our communities from one faith to another, to share what we can celebrate, what we hold dear, what we value, and we have similar concerns and fears as well. And as a rabbi, I'm pleased to be able to stand here tonight as a member of the Jewish community and say that in many ways, one of the most precious teachings I have from the Torah is the one that says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I know that some of my fellow religionists, fellow Jews, sometimes turn around and says, yes, if it says love your neighbour, it means your fellow Jew. But a few verses on in that same chapter, it says love the stranger as you love yourself. And to me, that's even more important. Because yes, there are times we don't necessarily relate to other people in the world, in our country, in our town, and in our street. But it's important we share with them, we learn about them. We learn from each other and about each other. And I suppose both love your neighbour and love the stranger can be summed up in don't do to others as you would not want them to do to you, which is even more all-embracing. So as a rabbi, I'm standing here tonight. I wasn't quite going to intend to be here tonight because I have a class to teach, which I cancelled last minute. But I'm glad I am here and I'm sharing with you. Because as a Jew, as Muslims, as Christians, as members of all faiths and none in Manchester, we do stand together. We are together in this and we will rise above this. The feeling and the spirit that has been generated today across all our faith community is overwhelming. It transcends even the horror of last night. Perhaps not for those who've lost loved ones, and perhaps not for those who've been injured and caught up in other ways. But we will rise above this. We do rise above this together. And as people of faith, we can reach out to each other and share what brings strength to us, what brings peace and hope to our communities. And I like to end with a Hebrew song, but it's actually, you'll recognise one of the words in it. It says, the words are, Od yavo shalom aleinu, there will still be peace. Ve'al kulam, for us and for everyone. Salam, don't need to tell you what that means. There's another word I'll think about as I sing it. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam, salam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam, salam. Peace for us and for all the world. And I know that more Jewish youth movements and synagogues are singing that song on a monthly and weekly basis. So So let's reach out to each other, and let's continue to work for peace, for shalom, for salam. Thank you.